We are young, wild, and free. Let's begin HOTBEAT.
Yeah.
Tuesday's HOTBEAT on November 23rd, 2021. We have started with a song called Uahe by Crush. Hello to all of our HOTBEAT family. I'm HOTBEAT's DJ Hwan of W24, your hoodie. Welcome to Tuesday's HOTBEAT. Okay, I'm going to get started with today's HOTBEAT with a little side story about delivery foods. So, there are a lot of things that happen when you go into a delivery food application, especially here in Korea. We have them very, very well developed. We have many things that you can see. You can see reviews. You can see all the the ingredients, where they come from, how the place looks like. It's just a lot of things. We have many review events as well. So one of the things that I can tell you as a tip that I got from the internet is that when you look for a place that you want to have some delivery food, what you do is go into the search engine and then you press, which is 평점 낮은 수, meaning looking at the average score from the lowest. The reason you see this is because they usually give low scores because of delivery problems and issues. I'm talking about not the food, but the delivery issues. And so that's what happens. And so they say that one of the tips is actually looking for the lowest points and the average and say, oh, maybe this is a nice place to eat. Yeah. Sometimes it's not, but it's one of the, good ways to do that. For delivery foods, I actually eat lots of it. Usually because our bandmates and I never make food in our house by ourselves. So we usually have delivery foods or we go out to eat, which is something that I don't really like. I really like home food. And so I tend to do my best to eat lunch at our company because we do have a company restaurant. So really, really always looking forward to go eating lunch. But yeah. Anyways, one of the tips I can give you for delivery foods, always, if you're in Korea, always look for the events. Yes, there's always a review event that you can do. So they can give you extra food. For example, if you order I don't know, you order chicken, you order one fried chicken, and then you do you say that you're going to do a review, write down a review for them. What they do is that they send you an extra thing, for example, cheese balls or what is it? What else is there? I don't know. Something else. But yeah, that's how they do it. Or a drink, for free. That's what happens. So you have to check it out because it's not an option that you can press, but you have to write it down. Anyways, that's one of my tips. All right, we'll be back with our Tuesday segment, Phrase Up with NIve, after listening to a song. Here, the song is Nyam Nyam Nyam, Yum 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 by Ijina with Tak. Time to solve some quizzes and introduce your stories based on different phrases every week. Phrase Up. He's serious about answering the quizzes. NIve, welcome back.
Hello, I'm back with a serious face.
He has finally broken the jinx last week.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes today.
We'll see.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I think we have a couple look today.
Yeah,
it's kind
right?
of similar, yeah. But even the color is similar.
Oh, it's beige.
I know. Kind of a brown beige-ish, I don't know what to call it. Ivory?
Sweater? Ivory sweater?
Kind of ish sweater. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, so I wanted to ask you, are you also the type of guy who eats a lot of delivery foods?
Oh, well, these days, I tend to like half and half.
Half and half.
Half and half.
So you cook?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay, never mind.
No, when it comes to cooking, people who know of me, they know that they wouldn't ask me to cook food.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens with me.
Yeah.
They never ask me to cook.
I wouldn't cook for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, I want to live longer.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Healthier.
You want to make sure that your, tongue and your palate doesn't get wasted.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
people say that delivery food is like they're very like kind of toxicating and not good for your health.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes it can go wrong. Like for example, my cooking.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Unhealthier.
Exactly. You know, the food that you make at your house might be unhealthy.
Yeah, and sometimes my mom actually drops me good foods, and I am these days really into using the air fry.
The air fryer.
Yeah, air fryer.
That's actually when I first found out about the air fryer, I was shocked because I thought I was like, how good could it be?
Right.
And then I tasted it.
Right.
The fries, literally like the French fries. We had them delivered, and then we had them sitting down for quite a while outside. And then we said, why don't we just put it in the air fryer? I was like, oh, there's an air fryer, and then they put it back in, and then take them out. It was like, what is this? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
It was so good.
What I learned I'm feeling that if you put like a used up shoe in the air fryer, and it will taste like. It will be edible for like 0.1 seconds at least.
A used up shoe.
It will
Wow.
still kind of like, I don't know. You can feel like,
I mean, yeah.
maybe you can, yeah. I feel like the air fryer is like that good. It's just like...
Okay. I don't know about a used up shoe. Maybe only for you, but yeah, we'll see.
I haven't tried it.
I'm not going to try that.
No, I haven't tried it, yeah.
Probably the only shoe that would fit in there would be like a baby shoe, you know? It's a cute little baby shoes, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm thinking of like a baby, the feet.
I know,
little
so
feet.
cute, right? Anyways, so Nive, you are so passionate about answering the quizzes in our Phrase Up quiz every week.
More like I'm trying not to lose this time.
Are you
than
a
passion.
competitive person? Do you consider yourself as a competitive person?
It's just like I am competitive. I am more of a perfectionist when it comes to like I don't know.
I don't
like,
think this has to do anything with perfectionism.
well,
here.
I mean,
yeah, the quizzes
well,
have no perfections.
I think I become more competitive when it comes to answering HOTBEAT quiz
Right.
each week only just because I've been losing so many times. Now I'm just so desperate of not
Not losing.
trying to get wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to like win every single time.
But then I lose. That's the irony of this part.
So let me ask you then another question. When you were in school, whenever there was like a question you didn't know the answer, were you good at guessing the right answer?
I think every HOTBEAT listeners and including Hodinim probably knows at this time.
That it's
the answer,
no.
no.
Yeah.
It's never the answer.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No is right.
I think you would always go the wrong way.
Yeah. The other way. Yeah. That's probably not a good
Other way,
idea. Yeah.
yes, because he's a creative guy and he's an artist, and artists tend to be very deviating from the right path.
Thank you. I think
Trying to
Hodinim
be
is,
creative,
I think Hodinim is like trying to put me in a good place, but at the same time, I think I twist a lot of things. That's probably why.
No, but twisting things make really, really good music.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I don't.
No, but that's what I also think that way. Sometimes I think just like the real normal way of making music is the
Right.
best way. But then I realize that then what's fun in that? Why follow the trends? You can make
Right.
your own music. You
Right.
just do whatever you want.
I just wish I don't twist things when it comes to quizzes. I just twist too many times.
Yeah, you do. All right, so let's move on to our Tuesday's segment. It is called Phrase Up. Nive is going to tell us about the segment.
In Phrase Up, we introduce your messages about the phrase we give you each week, and we solve fun quizzes related to them.
That quiz is a Phrase Up quiz where Nive gets fairly competitive, guys. It's a quiz match between me and Nive. And so on the last week of every month, we will actually, add up the scores. And then what happens is that the loser has to sing a song as a punishment.
Yes.
Right, for the listeners, obviously, right? So in this week's competition, or last week's competition, Nive actually won. I gave him the chance to actually guess the correct answer first, and then he did get it correct. So we are in the score of 2-1.
2 to 1.
2 to 1, and let's see who's going to sing live this month, right? We only have, I guess, 2 more weeks, I guess?
2 more weeks.
I think it is, yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So, today's actually quiz is going to be very important. If Nive loses one more time, then it's just him.
Yeah.
It's going to be him.
Yep.
But if I lose, then we'll look forward to next week's competitions to make it more, what do you call it?
Like exciting.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you.
I feel like, I mean, you lost last week, which means that you get to choose the answer.
No, you get to choose the answer.
Didn't the rules change?
No. It changed because last week I gave you the chance to guess the question first.
So I get to go first today as well.
Yes, because you're the winner.
Okay, the weight is on me.
Maybe Nive didn't know because until now he has never won. So
that's true. That's true. That's a sad truth. Thank you, Hodin, for reminding me. I appreciate it.
Okay, so what is today's phrase up theme?
Today's theme for phrase up is the type of person that I would never want to meet as a colleague for a team assignment for school or as a colleague at work.
Yeah. Team assignments for school and at work as well. Colleagues. It's all about communication, I think, guys. All about communications, all about relationships, and it's just really hard, right? So, have you ever had problems with like your colleagues for anything?
I think I was always like that middle person who does things that the 팀장님 tells me to do.
What's your MBTI?
Mine changed.
Oh, it's okay.
From INFJ to INTP.
INTP?
Yeah.
From INFJ.
Yeah.
That's really rare.
Yeah, the year's been a lot of, I don't know, things to me.
Wow. Because INFJ, guys, we were talking about feelings and something. What was J? I keep forgetting.
More like a feelers.
Yeah,
INFJ.
anyways, INFJ is more of like a very kind of, I guess, emotional person.
Right.
Yeah. More than what do you call it? Rations. It's more about feelings, more about emotions. And but you're saying that you're now INTP?
More like a logical way. Kind of like, I changed.
So weird.
I know, right? I took the test a few months ago and it was still INFJ, and I took it recently, probably like 2 months ago.
The reason why I asked you your MBTI is because when it comes to like teamwork, MBTI is very, it comes out. It's so obvious.
Yeah, but when I was in college or high school, I was still INFJ.
So that's what I'm saying. You were like in the mediator. Usually INFJ is like the mediator.
Yeah.
They stay like in the middle. Be like, yeah, I know this and I know that. So why don't we just try to make it balanced?
I don't slack off from the work, but then again, I'm not so passionate about assignments itself. So I just I would rather do things that whoever's in charge of the team tells me to do.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually ISFJ. Yeah.
ISFJ.
Yeah.
I think I have only one person that I know, which is you right now.
I changed from ISFJ to INFJ on and off. Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah.
ISFJ. Is it more like a rational?
No. S. I think S was I can't remember. But anyways, it was different. The one was like more of a kind of like a leading kind of person. INFJ is more like, yes, we should balance it out. But ISFJ is more like, how can I help you?
Right.
That kind of person. A little bit more supportive.
The INTP these days, I think they're like, you guys don't get it. There's a type of person who's just like, this is the way, but you guys just don't get it. Fine, I'll just do the project by myself then. That type of person is like INTP. That's what I heard.
Oh, you changed.
I changed a lot.
Wow. Well, one of the problems is that I think before I came into the company, before I, became part of W24, I think I was a different MBTI because I was a really hard person to work with. I had my, I wasn't the type of the leader does, leader decides everything. No, I was like, no. I decide everything. I was very, I was very stubborn. I was very stubborn, and I was like, no, you have to do it this way. This is the correct way. Maybe I was INTP.
I think so. I mean, for me, I have this switch on and off because I do a lot of producing and whatnot. But then I know my originality, the personality lies in TP these days. Like I do myself.
Yeah, no, I get it. So I actually had a lot of problems. One of the main reasons also was because I was really a hard guy to communicate with. So I mean, I had trouble with my bandmates as well in the beginning. Obviously now we are very close. Even yesterday,
what happened?
we had to have a talk because what happens with me is that this is one of my big flaws. I think I'm saying this for the first time to all of our HOTBEAT listeners and my fans. It's that I'm the type of guy who's not really detailed in expressing my emotions. I've lived my whole life, restricting myself from detailness, from emotions, how to express myself. I'll be yeah, whatever. I'm the type of guy who always puts a shield around me. And now that I've become part of a family, for W24, I'm trying to break that wall and be more honest and be more expressive about what I'm feeling, how I want to express myself. But yeah, it's been quite hard. Trying to train that area. And it actually really helps with singing as well.
Right.
Yeah. Because I didn't know that I would have these kind of emotions. I didn't know it was this way,
Right. It's really about singing your expressions.
Yeah.
It's really therapeutic.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And you have to be very detailed about what you
when you sing
wanna express how you're feeling.
Yes.
So they can help a lot.
Yes. So I've been actually training that area, and I guess there's a reason for me that I'm going through this phase. But it was quite hard for me back then because my colleagues all thought that I was thinking this way. But since I didn't express what I was feeling, I'll be yep, that's what it is. Okay, do whatever you want. It was always like that.
Right.
And now it's more I try to be in a polite way. Be no, that's not what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking, and I thought this was going to be the way that we're going to do it. That kind of expressions. I
think it's only going to get better for you in expressing. I mean, the part of acknowledging is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to finding out your emotions. Yeah.
It was so hard.
But after that, you will get used to expressing and being detailed.
So I mean, one more last question before we move on to listening to a song. What type of person would you never want to work with?
I think working as a producer changed me a lot. I think I can't work with anyone these days. But I would want to avoid. But if I have to, I will still be able to pull it off of working with that person. But I would probably want to avoid the person who really has no
what do you call it?
Desires to work.
No passion for working.
Yeah, it's just
awful.
Yeah, it's just
I get
you
it.
can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
And the energy
You can see
oozes out.
You can see if they're giving their all and their hearts to making the work done.
Right.
And not.
Yeah, it's just
so obvious. Yeah.
It's worse than the person who says, "Yeah, just tell me what to do. I'll just do it." It's worse.
Yeah.
They just don't have any opinion.
Yeah. I completely understand.
Yeah.
So actually, we're talking about the type of person that I would never want to meet as a colleague for a team assignment for school or as a colleague for work. This is the reason why we're talking about this. So HOTBEAT listeners, I want you guys to think about it. And actually, we'll be... oh no. We have to go through the phrase-up quiz. Okay. So, it's time for the phrase-up quiz. Nive, what is the phrase-up quiz for today?
Here's today's phrase-up quiz. I've been waiting to, play this. Okay.
Yeah.
My weekly therapy.
Yes.
Question. One website did a survey asking Korean college students the types of people they hate to work with for team projects. Then what's number one?
Okay.
Option number one was people who don't do their share of the work. Option number two is people who are silent during the meeting and say something else later.
Okay. Since Hody, I actually lost last week. Oh.
Yes.
I get to pick first?
Yes, that's what I thought.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. my jinx lies on your choices.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the answer is, 호디님?
I actually think both are quite on the area of number one. Maybe like one of them is number two. Like literally, I would think this way because I really do hate people who don't do their share as for their work. And I think more and more this generation, the younger generation, tends to think this way. But in my personal opinion, I'm gonna go with number two because I'm the type of person who is like this, who does not like this. Being silent on the meetings and saying nothing, and in the back saying like, "Oh my gosh," you know what I'm talking about? Back talking.
On this and then like,
Yeah.
don't know about this plan.
Yeah. I was not actually a back talker. I would just like say directly in their meeting. I'd be like, I don't like it. I'd be like, no, let's do something else. I was always like that.
Right.
But this kind of people, I really, really don't like.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get to choose the answer. So you choose.
I'm gonna choose number two.
Number two.
Yeah.
Okay, then automatically I'll be choosing number one.
Okay.
People who don't do the share of the work. I personally think that it's also the 50-50.
Yeah.
For this week.
Yeah,
And
I think both are quite correct answers.
Yeah, makes it easier
Yeah.
for me that you get to choose. So I have no power, guys.
Yes, no power. The whole power is in God. Yeah.
God help me.
All right. So, hobby listeners, I want you guys to also take a guess. We'll be back after a song. The song is Hate You by Baekyerin. I am your DJ Hoan on HOTBEAT, and you're listening to our Tuesdays segment. Phrase Up, joined by NIve in the studio. It is time to reveal the answer for today's Phrase Up quiz. All right, NIve, one more time. What was the quiz?
The question was, what is the number one type of person that Korean college students hate to work with for team projects?
Yeah.
Option number one, which I chose, is people who don't do their share of the work. Option number two, which 호디님 chose, was people who are silent during the meeting and then say something else later.
Right. So, guys, hope you guys also chose the answer that you wanted to. So here's the answer for today's Phrase Up quiz. PD님, drum rolls, please. The answer for today's Phrase Up quiz is number one. Wow.
I'm actually out.
I'm impressed.
Me too.
Impressed. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, now things are more exciting.
I told you, like this generation right now, the younger generation, I thought that they were thinking number one. But my personal opinion was number two, so.
During the song break, we were talking. Like,
Yeah.
I think the number two is the answer. The law of this quiz works. So I was thinking the answer was
number
number
two.
two.
So it was the other one.
Yeah, so that's the wrong answer.
Maybe next time, if we have to choose, I'm probably going to ask NIve the right answer, and then I'm going to go the other way. That's the only way I'm going to get to be able to win this. Seriously.
Oh, who thought that
I
not choosing the
know.
answer would be the way out for me?
All right, number two was people who complain too much.
Okay.
Number three is
Makes
people
sense.
who aren't punctual. Number four is people who ghost on the day of the meeting. Number five is people who only want to do things their own way. And number six is people who are silent during the meeting and they say something else
So
later.
that's number 6.
Yeah, that's number six.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be like number two, but I guess
I thought
not.
that would be closer at
Yeah.
least. Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
Okay.
I guess it's because... Yeah, I'm not going to go too deep into this. Yeah.
Seems like 호디님 has a lot to say.
I did. No. It's just like, I guess in my personal opinion, this generation is more of like an individual working style
Right.
than before. So that's what I was going to say. But anyways,
Okay.
let's move on. Yeah.
All right.
So I think we are now going to our messages, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're still talking about the type of person that I would never want to meet as a colleague for a team assignment for school hour as a colleague at work. So Nive is going to tell us our first message.
Yes, sir. Maryam from Turkey says, Hello.
Hello.
First of my English is not very good, so I am sorry. No
it
worries.
actually sounds pretty nice.
No worries.
Yeah.
I speak 0 languages, so don't worry.
So true. Yeah, for me as well. So true.
I hope I can explain myself well. To be honest, I'm not an extrovert, so I don't like group work. If there is someone I don't like, that group work starts badly from the beginning. I generally don't like being a leader, but I don't like anyone's leadership either.
Me too. That's exactly me.
So true. I don't know what kind of conflict I am in, although a certain decision was made within the group at the last moment. Is this how it was going to be done? Then that kind of people pisses me off. It's very frustrating when people talk unnecessary things other than the project we're going to do. I know they probably want to break the ice a bit, but please don't. Because this time I have to talk, but I don't want to. I am introvert, dude.
Right. I guess...
complicated.
Yeah,
Very complicated.
it's complicated.
Yeah.
I think Maryam is the type of person, I guess, first of all, who's very shy, I think. But who doesn't... being shy makes Maryam not want to be a leader, but also does not like other people's leadership. Because sometimes, there's not always a perfect leader, I think, out there. Especially for those like projects. If you're talking about like a group or like, like Double Train 4 or like other boy groups or like girl groups, whatever it is.
Right.
I think it's different because there's always like a relationship there.
Right.
Yeah, it's like more like a family. But when you're talking about like project groups or like working groups, I think it's more like a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my opinion is that whenever you process with the any kind of like process, like making a song, doing the production, recording, or working as a family, working as a team, I think it's very important to give anyone else space to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I'm in charge of like recording process, I always ask for the other people's opinions or like how they feel. If you don't do that, then they will not feel comfortable. Enough of like expressing himself or herself. I think Maryam here is experiencing kind of like the turbulence. In proceeding with the work project.
But I actually really do agree with Miriam. I was really relating to her because I also am the type of person who does not like small talk. I really hate it. Especially when it comes to work. I try to focus on work.
You have to hone into it.
Yeah, and I do it as fast as as effective as possible.
Right.
For example, we only have 2 hours. But, I'm the type of person who likes to organize those 2 hours and just complete it in the 2 hours and not think about anything else or talk about anything else. But usually people tend to like come out with like snacks and be like, oh, let's talk a little bit, Yeah, there are those type of people.
You just want to get to the point first.
Yeah,
and then maybe you can
maybe later on we can, chill. But I guess it's just like, I think it's just like a different style.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a different taste and style. There's nothing wrong and nothing correct in this. So, Miriam, I know that it's hard for you to do work projects and, work with your colleagues sometimes, but I think it's just nice to just communicate. Yeah. Tell them that you need a little bit of space. Tell them that you are kind of like a shy person. Say, I'm a shy person, so I don't really like these small talks. Can we get to the point? I mean, saying that rather than just staying silent, that can help a lot. Although, because you're shy, staying silent might be more comfortable, but breaking that wall and just saying it out loud, I think it's better for you as well as for your colleagues. Yeah.
Right. I
not
agree.
easy,
I
though.
agree.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our next story. It is Mine from Turkey. Mine says, hello, dear Hoan and Nive. Hello.
Hello.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Nive for his new song Party Without You and his 3rd-year anniversary. Baksu, baksu. Claps, claps, claps.
Already been 3 years.
Yes,
That's crazy.
I know. Yes, it's a little hard to come up with a group where people always get along with each other. There will always be someone who makes a disturbance to others. The type of people I can't stand in teamworks are those who don't do anything and market themselves as if they've done most of the work. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel you.
The ones who show off to flatter the director, professor, etc., really irritates me. I really don't like these disrespectful people who try to have the efforts of others. I can't stand people being treated unfairly. One more thing. There are super intelligent people who aren't around and try to get involved at the last minute when all work is done. Please keep ghosting like you did before. It's like,
savage.
it's like savage. Yeah, it's like, please keep ghosting like you did before.
Oh, that last line is the savage.
마지막까지 빠져주세요. It's like that kind of feeling.
Right. 빠져있을 거면 좀 끝까지 빠져주시면
Yeah.
좋겠네요. Something like that, right?
Yeah. But actually, this goes back to what you were talking about. You said that if you can feel a person when they're not putting all their heart and effort in the project. And I think this is what happens with Mine. Yeah. The situations that she's talking about, I think that's it.
Yeah. It's really... it's hard. It's a hard process. Working with the others in any kind of projects. There are all sorts of people. And I experienced like somewhat similar where like we finish things and in the end somebody takes the credit for everything.
Yeah.
And
it's not easy.
It's a sad word.
All right, I think we should move on to our next story.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shall we move on?
Yes, sir. Siska from Indonesia says, hello, Hody and Nive. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Congrats for your new song, Nive. Thank you. And congrats, Hody, because W24 song cover being noticed and tweets by Chayan.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so proud of you guys. And oh my God, Chayan.
Yes.
Anyway, for this week topic, a type of person who I never want to have in a teamwork is an egotistic and arrogant type. I really can't stand when in a team there is a person who always wants to take the lead in a superior way. And the other team members should just follow his or her way and idea, can't compromise, can't tolerate, can't discuss. Hello, this is a teamwork, not your own project anyway. I go, 진짜 답답해 with this type of person.
Yeah. It's not easy.
As I mentioned before for the other, 사연, it's not easy.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It's a sad word.
I think it's like different for every single person because of their own styles and unique ways of, working together.
So for me, whenever this kind of thing happens, I always focus on getting things done. At least. Yeah. Because if all sorts of things like this, like superior person trying to take the lead and then not get things done. That's the worst thing.
That's the worst thing. Rather, if they do take the superiority and the work gets done, I think I would be really happy about that.
At least getting things done. Focusing in that way, I think that can help my mental a lot. So I,
that's true.
recommend that to, Siska or Mine who, suffer that same process. Just like make sure to get things done. At least.
Okay. All right, I think we should move on to our song, guys. We'll be back with more of our messages. The song right now is 월하민 Luna by Wanas. I am Hoan, DJ of HOTBEAT, and you're listening to our Tuesday segment, Phrase Up, together with Nive in the studio with us. We're going to go through our Phrase Up, a theme, which is, again, the type of person that I would never want to meet as a colleague for a team assignment or for school or for work. Okay, so next message, please, Nive.
Brenda from Ecuador says, hello, I would never work with somebody who is not responsible.
Responsibility.
When we did work groups at college, there was a girl who always sent her part late.
Oh, No.
The deadline to send the homework to the teacher was at midnight and she sent it to me 10 minutes before, although I asked her in advance. Once I got mad that she sent it late and everything was wrong. As a result, my group got a bad grade. On 2 occasions, I deleted her name from the group.
That's actually very, very wise. Thank you for deleting her name.
Yes.
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 10 minutes before the deadline. I mean,
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare for somebody who's waiting for the project to be done. I have similar experiences.
and she got it wrong. I mean, 10 minutes before she sent it in and it was wrong.
That's the typical example of me, like,
Wow.
I told you, like, at least get things done. But then in the end, with all the suffering, things were not done correctly.
Yeah.
So,
All right, moving on to our last story we have. It's from Paulina from Finland. Paulina says, hello, Hoan and Nive. I don't want colleague who don't try to do their best. That person don't have to be really good or genius as long as the person tries to do their best, just like you were talking about, right?
yeah.
I also don't want to have a colleague who has problems with her attitude and always complaining. And I also can't do anything with a person who can't say their opinion or be honest. This is so true. I think she's talking about the real things, like
Right.
yeah. I also think this way, as Paulina just said. I mean,
Like, at least try your best. But then, like, I would like it if somebody tried to minimize the unnecessary process.
Right,
like
right.
Talking things when we really should be working on this like particular project.
Yeah.
And get things done.
Right.
And then we can talk.
Yeah.
There's the INTP thing going.
Yes, I can see that. All right. So we also had messages from Tassin from Bangladesh and Fanny Gomez from Mexico. Sorry for not reading them, but they are here. Anyways, it's time for us to wrap up phrase up and we actually talk about next week's theme.
It's the luckiest day of my life. Sometimes in the middle of an ordinary day, we encounter a lucky event.
We do.
While walking on the street, you find the cash lying on the ground. You buy a lottery ticket by chance and win a lot of prize money unexpectedly. You enter a raffle just for fun and win the first prize. You stop by a random cafe and run into your favorite celebrity. You guess all of the answers on a test and you get a higher grade than usual. That's what I need.
Yeah.
You were very close to getting into an accident and you avoid it with the help of the goddess of luck.
Right.
When was the luckiest day of your life? Tell us by sending in messages. You can send in your message through HOTBEAT send message board on Arirang Radio website, or you can just send a DM to HOTBEAT's Instagram, ID HOTBEAT0409. Please write phrase up in front of your stories.
The luckiest day of my life. We'll talk about that next week, Happy Fam, okay? Very good. It is time for us to say goodbye to Nive as we listen to the song called Party Without You by himself, Nive. So I guess I'll see you next week with this topic.
Next week. Yay!
Goodbye.
Party without you!
It is time for us to wrap up part 1, Happy Fam. Please stay tuned for part 2. The last song we have for part 1 is called Follow by Kim Surong and David O. Hola, Ssup. Hello everyone, how was your day today? What did you guys see, feel, eat, and talk about? Please do share your life stories with me, DJ Ho1. Any story about your day is going to be great. So tell us how you spent the day, what you ate, who you met, etc., along with a brief introduction about yourself. Okay, so it is time for us to hear our sub story for today. We have Saritta from Tunisia saying, My hodi, I am so sad even though I get accepted in my job, but I have to do a training period. So it will be from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and I'm no longer will be able to listen to HOTBEAT. Oh no. If I remember correctly, Sarita was always listening to us like at 4, I think it was. All right. Anyways, Sarita says, is there any possibility to repeat the airing as in the case for Music Access and Cine Factory? I'm really sad. Anyways, take good care and stay healthy, my dear Hodi. Love you. I'm always your number one fan in Tunisia. Okay, so thank you very much for the message, Sarita. It is okay to let me know that you cannot listen to HOTBEAT anymore on the time, but I'm sure there are some ways to do it. If you visit our website at HOTBEAT, probably they're like podcasts or something. So check that out if you can. If not, I guess until the day it comes that you are able to listen to us in HOTBEAT. And I definitely don't doubt that you are our number one fan in Tunisia for Double 24. Thank you very much, Sarita. You are always so... I'm always so thankful for all the love you have given us until now. Anyways, yes, I'm sure many of our happy listeners are going through changes in their lives. I'm also going through changes in my life. And obviously, there are those times where you can't just like squeeze in that schedule that you must have that you had before. For example, for me, right now these days, I do try to work out a lot because I do have a promise that I made with my fans. But it's so hard to put it in and squeeze it in there because we used to have, I guess, a more scheduled schedule, a more organized schedule when we were trainees before debuting. And because it was like we work out, and then we practice, then we eat lunch, and then we practice, and then we eat dinner, and we do ensembles, and it was very organized. But now that we've debuted and now we are on our 4th year of debut, it's kind of like, I guess, harder to get all that like organized, all the schedules organized, because sometimes we have schedules in the morning, sometimes we have schedules at night, and I think that happens to anyone, Sarita, so don't feel bad about that. And I'm sure many of our happy listeners are going, yeah, gone through that before. And I've seen cases where our happy listeners were like, they like left the program for quite a while, and then they came back and they're like, hi, I'm back, and I was like, yay, you're back. So Sarita, you're always welcome back to our HOTBEAT, and I'm sure for W24 many more of our contents are still going to be uploaded. So if you have anything curious you want to tell us, leave us like a message on our fan cafe. I can always read that, so you're always welcome to. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so I will be sending Sarita my selfie as a gift for participating for Ssup. We're now moving on to our next song and coming back with a TMI quiz, who knows. The song right now is Fresh by I Chillin'. From K-stars to K-culture, that's now the center of the world. We solve too much information quizzes that aren't too obvious. TMI quiz, who knows? Our second daily segment has started. Yes, Happy Fam, it is a TMI quiz. If you know the answer, don't forget to send in your answers through Happy's website, Sam message board, or DM or Instagram. ID is Happy0409. Remember, from Monday through Sunday, we will draw one winner among those who answer correctly, so please do send them in. And the winners will be receiving my selfie via email as a gift. The winners will be announced after our Sunday show ends on our announcement board, so check it out, guys. Okay, very good. The TMI quiz who knows for today is this question. Here we go. Boy group Drippin has released their new song called Vertigo. It is a werewolf concept song, okay? It has a tough and powerful performance by the Drippin members. So today's quiz is about the group Drippin. The Drippin members do this team building activity once a month in their living room. What is it? Again, this is the question. The Drippin members do this team building activity once a month in their living room. What is it? Number 1 is a heart-to-heart talk, and number 2 is a board game. I'm gonna say that these both are very, very helpful for team building. Board games, you might think it's just like, it's for kids. No, it's not. It's really, really helpful for actually team building, and also for like strategical thinking. Our company also loves to do board games, like at night sometimes after we finish like practicing and everything. Our boss, she's always up until very late in the company. So like maybe like at 12 a.m. we would be there, and then she'd be like, let's do board games. And then we play like, the board games. I'm talking about like random ones. I cannot say the brand names, so I'm gonna talk about like the Rumi Ding, and then you have like the Mana Ding Ding, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. But anyways, a heart-to-heart talk is also very important. This is what we do with Double 24 as well. I think we do it like every single day. Anyways, so Hoppy fam, what do you think the answer is? Is it number 1 or number 2? Please to send in your answers through Hoppy's website, SEM message board, or DM or Instagram. Don't forget to write quiz in front of your answers, okay? Alright, we'll be back with the answer very soon, but before that, we have a song, and coming back with That's the Reason. The song right now is that song we're talking about, the newest song by Drippin. It is called Vertigo. Now, moving on to That's the Reason, Hobby Fam. It is time to listen to 3 songs based on a theme today. We have a playlist made by us only for you. So, today's theme is this one. Covers of Vibes songs, right? The first song we're going to listen to is called 별이 빛나는 밤에 on a starry night by Kyuhyun. And the second song is going to be 사진을 보다가, looking at the photo by 다비치. And last but not least, we have the third song called Love Me Once Again by Boys II Men and Yoonmin-soo. So, these are great vibe songs. I hope you guys know who Vibes are. We're going to listen to the 3 songs first, and then I'll talk about them in more detail. So for today's That's the Reason, we had covers of Vibes songs. So the songs you just listened to were again 별이 빛나는 밤에 on a starry night by Kyuhyun. Then we have 사진을 보다가, looking at the photo by 다비치. And last but not least, Love Me Once Again by Boys II Men and Yoonmin-soo. So, first song we listened to was 별이 빛나는 밤에 on a starry night by Kyuhyun. This was released this year, 2021. The song was revealed through Revive, the project commemorating the 20th anniversary of Vibe's debut. Right. And the original song 별이 빛나는 밤에 Starry Night is a B-side track of Vibes' 4th album released in 2010. They have released, 20 years in the K-pop scene. You know how long that is? It's just, they debuted, I guess, in 2001. That's a long, long time, guys. What was I doing in 2001? I was barely like 9 years old, I think it was. Well, not Korean age. Korean age, I think I was 10 years old. Probably in elementary school, running around on the soccer field or somewhere else. But yes, anyways, yeah, that was a really good song. I like that. The next song we had was 사진을 보다가, looking at the photo by 다비치. This was also part of the Revive project commemorating the 20th anniversary of Vibes' debut. The original song 사진을 보다가, looking at the photo, was actually a B-side track of Vibe's second album released in 2003. This is one of the most famous songs among the songs that Vibe has released until now. It's mostly the song that, guys tend to sing in the singing rooms, the singing practice rooms. So yeah. And last but not least, we had Love Me Once Again by Boys II Men and Yoonmin-soo. This was also part of this project. And this actually was the English cover of 미워도 다시 한번, Love Me Once Again by a global R&B group Boys II Men and Yoonmin-soo. Yeah. So I was kind of weirded out because the whole song was in English, and I was like, no, I don't think Vibe had an all-English song. And then I realized that they re-released it as an all-English song, but actually it was really good. I thought it was a pop song. Wow. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes. Alright, so those are the 3 songs we have for That's the Reason. Hope you guys enjoy them. We're now going to listen to a song before we come back with the TMI quiz. Who knows his answer? Sorry about the pronunciation. The song right now is called Newton by Monsta X. It is time to reveal the answer for today's TMI quiz. Who knows? Okay, so the question again for the TMI quiz was this one. Boy group Drippin does this team building exercise once a month in their living room. What is it? Number 1 is a heart-to-heart talk. And number 2 is a board game. What do you think the answer is? The answer is this one. A heart-to-heart talk. Right. I think this is very important for all groups out there. Yeah. So Drippin members say that their secret to maintaining great teamwork is having a heart-to-heart talk in their living room once a month. They call this the big room talk. That's a cute name. They have this talk about once a month and tell each other things that they didn't get a chance to say to each other during the month. Through this talk, they resolve any hard feelings or misunderstandings they may have towards each other and talk about their goals and directions for the future, strengthening their teamwork. That is very important. It's always the little things that make people have problems in relationships and communicating. So anyways, yes, I agree with this. All right, so that was the answer. Hope you guys got it correct. We're now listening to 2 more songs before we wrap up. The song is Widow Comfort by Ssup and 거짓말처럼 Just as a Lie by Cheese. It is time for us to wrap up already. We'll say goodbye with the ending song called Dear Moon by Taehui. I am DJ Hoon, your hoodie, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on HOTBEAT. Have a nice Tuesday.